This evening, I would like to make some comments about our current model of instruction, as well as our thoughts about our path to move forward before Ms. Saxa begins her presentation. We all value and clearly understand and prioritize the importance of full-time in-person instruction, and we are eager for a return to this sense of normalcy. As we look ahead to the next portion of the school year, I want to address some points and also provide some clarity. Unless the Chester County Health Department changes its guidance, we will not unilaterally make any change to our requirement for social distancing. Counties where public schools are open for all students 5 full days a week operate under a different health authority. There is no Delaware County public school district open 5 days a week for full attendance by all students. As has been acknowledged previously, our administration and board are not medical experts or authorities, and we continue to abide by the health authority. Their social distance guidance of 6 feet of separation aligns with the guidance from the state and also from Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Following this guidance enables our staff to be and feel safe in their work environment, and that is important. The superintendents of Delaware County have asked Chester County Health Department to examine transmission rates in schools in other counties where social distancing guidelines are less than 6 feet, and to examine the same data, if available, for private and parochial schools where social distancing may be less than 6 feet. We are aware of the comparisons to schools in the area where social distancing may be less than 6 feet, and we encourage the Chester County Health Department to examine all COVID data. We're also aware of the numerous news stories and reports calling for a return to in-person education. However, many of these, including one from the CDC, are aimed at schools which are currently operating 100% virtually. With these reports, within the reports, the mitigation strategies are stressed. And among those strategies is still a call for 6 feet of social distancing. The absence of a full-time in-person model is truly taking its toll on our children and on their families. We all, families, educators, have concerns about the social and emotional well-being of our children. And we all wish to return students to more in-person learning. One of the ways in which we can provide more in-person instructional time is by converting virtual Fridays to an alternating in-person day. This is something that we are currently reviewing and exploring. We hope to begin with the secondary level the first week in March. We have given consideration to a transition in our current instructional model to 5 in-person half days for students at the elementary level, instead of our current Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday model. What we know is that a change to 5 half days does not provide for any significant increase in teacher to student in-person learning time for the overwhelming majority of our elementary students. It also removes the opportunities for play and recess, as well as removing the most familiar part of their schooling, a full day with teachers and their peers. The half-day model does not decrease the amount of time the majority of students are learning at home. Such a change to this schedule must be guided by the measure of its instructional value. We have sought input from our educational professionals, and their responses identify valid pros as well as valid cons to making a move to half days. There are just as many compelling reasons for making a change, as well as maintaining the current model. There is no consensus among our professional educational staff. Given the current student performance data, which we will hear a little bit more about this evening, I cannot conclude that there is a compelling educational or instructional benefit to making such a change at this time. While there could be some benefits, as there are with any model, We have no way of ensuring that those benefits will outweigh the possible negative impact of making such a change. This is particularly true when an alternative solution does not increase the amount of in-person learning time and contains many unknowns. In addition, we're mindful of the scheduling changes that scheduling challenges that such a change can present to some families, including issues such as childcare, along with our inability to assure that we can maintain the maximum number of students in the AM/PM cohorts based on parents' scheduling needs. We are still limited by the number of students we can socially distance in our classrooms. Thank you for giving me some time to make those remarks this evening, Mr. Feinberg. I felt it was important to put some of that information out there and then hopefully allow people to really hear what Jen and Nicole are going to be talking about tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Reusche. I know the board appreciates you taking the time and making this statement to clarify where we are at this time. So thanks again.